And you're listening to BDE, Big Darien Energy. Big Darien Energy.
Tried to record this a couple times, 3 times to be exact. This is uncomfortable for me. I do once again feel like I'm being backed into a corner. I hate that I continuously keep being brought into this nonsense. Cognitive dissonance was obviously about a past relationship. We were together for 7 years. It was the most toxic, emotionally abusive relationship I've ever been in. I've been trying to record this and then it just start over. But now we're running out of time, so I don't have a choice. And I'm really nervous because I'm always protecting people. And I think that's what I've realized. You have to understand, I grew up in very toxic environments where I was protecting everybody, literally everybody, was left by every single person, not left, but nobody wanted to take care of me. My mom didn't want to take care of me. My father didn't want to take care of me. My adoptive grandparents, who my brother's grandparents didn't want to take care of me. They literally told me blood is thicker than water. Anyways, that was the worst relationship I've ever been in. And it took me years to overcome that. Years. Only reason why I'm talking about this now is because the situation happened on Tuesday and I got brought into this mess and he is lying about the whole situation. Somebody who he's in a relationship with now called me and was like, hey, and imagine me, I don't know who this person is. Cognitive dissonance, I said in that episode, like, I am done. Wash my hands of you. Like, I don't care. And the only reason why I'm even talking about this is because I know that if I talk about this publicly, this will make them leave me alone. And I'm sorry, but you can't escape the truth. And that's what these people are doing is they're trying to lie about the situation. And this girl called me and was like, hey, out of the blue too. I don't even really care to get into it because that business is that business. I only care about the part that I'm involved in, which is the lying. And this girl called me to ask me the truth. That relationship was horrible, horrible. I've never been so emotionally abused by anybody, even my mom or my dad. The things that he said to me, the way that he behaved, how he treated me, I wasn't allowed to do certain things. And when I say like I wasn't allowed, like if I did that, he would make comments. Do you know what that's like? This person never told me I was pretty, especially during COVID. We would be in the house and he wouldn't say a word to me. Like wouldn't say a word. It was horrible. Like I didn't think that I would cry. When you're in a narcissistic relationship, which I hope many people don't have to ever experience, your self-esteem, your self-worth feels like nothing. And I'm just going to give you an example. He would say, you're so skinny, it's unattractive. And when I would say, like, that hurts my feelings, he would justify it. Not only that, I would like literally sit there and cry because he did not care. We would be arguing, say, I don't give a let's break up, let's break up. I don't care. The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. I'll never forget there were times where I would be crying, and when you're crying or like upset, all you want is like a hug. And the reason why I was upset was because of the way I was being treated. There was this one time I said, all I want is a hug. And he said, why do you want a hug from somebody who doesn't want to hug you? I'm bawling my eyes out. He would literally tell me, I don't care about this. I don't give an F, like, and just walk away. And then, like, do you know how many nights I went to bed crying? And all those videos that you see of like narcissistic relationships where the man is walking 20, 30 feet ahead of you. Do you know how many videos I have of him doing that to me? But when the girl called me, I didn't say any of that because that was my relationship with that person. I don't know her relationship with him. My only issue was the lying. When I released cognitive dissonance, this person, I had all of their family members still on my Instagram. And the reason, and I've never talked about this before because it was not necessary. You guys don't need to know all the nitty gritty of the details. And also, I just don't want to have like people on blast like that. That's not fair. But when I released cognitive dissonance, I went through my followers. I had over 50 of that person's family members. And right before I dropped cognitive dissonance, because I didn't want to start any drama, I didn't want them to know our business because I was the type of girl, I always kept my mouth shut because I thought that that was how you showed love. You have to understand, my dad did what he did. I didn't tell anybody that he was selling drugs. I didn't tell anybody that I didn't have a bedroom. I didn't tell anybody the things that he did because that to me was how you showed love. And that was, I wanted to protect those people. Anyway, so when I dropped cognitive dissonance, I didn't want people in his family like talking about him or doing anything like that because I still am very respectful. So I deleted everybody. I kept maybe a couple people. I kept my favorites. Even when I did that, oh, and then there were documents. This person, I sent them documents, took them 2 months to return them. 2 months. Not only that, I reached out to this person's parents and I sent screenshots because after cognitive dissonance, that was very eye opening for me to see these people's true colors. So after that, I realized, like, okay, I'm going to have a paper trail of everything. So when I sent those documents and in cognitive dissonance, when I said, like, oh, I want to make sure like I was officially done with these people, to have that person hold on to these documents for 2 months, and I reached out to the parents a month after I sent them. And I was like, hey, FYI, I sent these documents this date. Can you try and get them for me? A month goes by. Then I reach out to the person who cognitive dissonance is about. And I was like, send these papers or else I'm going to. And then they were like, yeah, I sent them just today. This is why I'm talking about this. Within that text, when they told me that they sent the documents, they told me, hey, by the way, I listened to your last podcast. Thanks for not saying names and the honesty. So brings me to my next point. Why this all situation happened is on Tuesday when I got that phone call, it was a phone call from this person's they're in a relationship with this current person. They got my phone number from his phone. He said it was fine, which what is he going to say? No, because then that's also a red flag. And she told me, she was like, yeah, I got your phone number from his phone. He said it was fine, but I don't think he thought that I would reach out to you. Okay, thank you. That's the story. He lied about all of that. He was like, yeah, he even told her, he was like, yeah, I made my family delete my ex. No, you didn't. I did it myself. And your parents were always blocked from my stories. So I'm very respectful. Leave me alone. I have my papers now. When God takes out the trash, do not go dumpster diving. The only reason why I'm sitting here talking about this right now is because I'm so sick of this person lying and being manipulative because thank goodness I got over it. I never want to keep talking about this because it's hard being in a narcissistic relationship, especially when you have no family to fall back on, which is why a lot of women do stay in the narcissistic relationship is they don't have another choice. And to be completely honest, I that's why I will forever be grateful to my broker. I called him and I think I just started crying. And he said, hi, honey, how is it? And like, not like in a creepy way, like in an endearing way. Like, this person did a lot for me. His family did a lot for me. He called me because he knew everything. And that was one of the reasons why I also was able to leave, is because the people that I worked with treated me better than the person that I was in a relationship with. It just got to a point where I felt like nothing. Felt you hate yourself. You start to hate yourself. And I think that's why I'm crying right now, is because it makes me so sad that I genuinely thought that I deserved that. Like, I genuinely thought I deserved to be treated like that. And you have to understand, after listening to cognitive dissonance, like, I would have been by myself in that family. I would have had nobody to help me. And to be completely honest, his family knew how I was being treated. His brother was the only person I told before I moved out. And I'm going to tell you right now, the day before I moved out, I told this person because it was bad. You have to understand, he was horrible to me. Horrible. So I told him the day before and I was like, hey, I'm moving out tomorrow. Do you know what he said? He said, okay, cool. Do you need me to help you move your things? And then a week later, of course, like, he hits me up and he's like, hey, are we going to talk? I said, talk about what? And he said, talk about our relationship. I said, we broke up. And then for years, even like just this year, he's like, Darien, I never thought that you would leave me. I hated being trapped. I was trapped. And thank goodness for my broker, because I really, I don't know if I could have done it without him ever, but I'm done. That's what happened. This person is manipulative, a complete liar. You would think that this person would be smarter and stop lying because like I have a podcast. I don't I don't know. That to me is idiotic. I just don't want women to be so stupid and naive. So please don't be stupid and naive because men know exactly what they're doing. And let me just tell you, this new relationship, she only just listened to the podcast the night before she called me. The night before, when this man knew about the podcast, he knew. She had only just found out about me. I don't know. A week or a couple weeks ago. I don't know. And then he lied about the whole situation. Mind you, this person has also shown up at my house with his parents. His parents told me they were coming, which I didn't think they were serious. It was for my birthday. And then he just showed up. We weren't even talking at the time. We weren't even talking. And then he shows up at my house. And then the next day, a couple days later, he's like, yeah, Darien, that was the first time in a long time that like I wanted you to be my girlfriend and I wanted to hold your hand. When God takes out the trash, don't go dumpster diving. So stop lying and why. I'm also going to be doing more solo videos because I've been wanting to. And I was in the car with my uncle yesterday because we go see my aunt on Wednesdays and he was listening to Joe Rogan and not I think, Theo Vaughn was on that episode and they were talking about his podcast and he was like, yeah, the first like 100 episodes I did by myself. And he was like, I learned a lot. And so I think I want to do that because I want to learn a lot. I always say I want to start streaming again on Twitch, and I just never do. But I think I'm going to start streaming on Twitch. Look, if you saw me before and after that relationship, you would think I was two different people. And thank goodness. Everything happens for a reason. Get your razzle to your dazzle. I'm going to say it one more time. If you feel the need to reach out to your current partner's ex for any reason, that person is not your person. There's no way you should be feeling like that. See you. New days, Thursdays. Hopefully this is fine. And if it's not, too bad.